Everyone, welcome to Greg's Whiskey Gas channel. Here I am, Grégoire, here in Paris, doing in-depth and sometimes lighter reviews about whiskey and hopefully soon also about other spirits. I only touched a bit about Armagnac and Cognac, but we'll do more as soon as possible, I promise. But for now, this is about all about whiskey today and all about Campbeltown region that you can see here somewhere, yeah, behind me. I'm gonna speak about GLEN SCOTIA today, but before that, reviewing three expressions. The excuse to go back to two other knowledge statements, but before, this is this one, which is kind of budget supermarket whiskey. Again, like last time, that I will review, and I promised you, for those following me on Instagram, to review this. So here I am with it. But before that, just a quick spoiler / reminder. Depending again if you follow me on Instagram or not. I know many are not, so that's why I'm obliged to repeat a bit things, but you're gonna see a bit new things. I'm gonna do a poll very soon. I'm gonna do a poll about what should I start with, and yeah, this is because it's there. Considering I have to review 13 expressions of Springbank that I haven't reviewed there yet. Yeah, 13, you heard well. Initially it was I think 12. I put into a side different expressions of Springbank and also other distillery, even if they run it Kilcran. But yeah, so recently I had two things happening that did change things. One was I was obliged to open this cask strength limited release for Belgium from 2011 because I wanted to open it for an excuse to chat with my Belgian friends online, stuff like that, and it appeared the cork broke immediately, so I replaced it by a kind of better quality kind of composite cork, which I'm now a lot, or silicone. I don't know exactly what's the la matière, what it is, but I know it's suitable for food. And as I have to open this, I double check, because you know conditions here are a bit complicated regarding preservation of whiskey, and I had to double check the level of the other Springbanks that I didn't want to open, and I noticed 1 cl or sometimes 2 left from some expressions, so it was an emergency to open them all except maybe 1 or 2 doubles of the 15 and of the 10. But yeah, it was kind of emergency, so I replaced the corks, and this was only one that was so safe, let's say. But here we are with 13 whiskies to cover, and like I said, it was rather 12 there, and I had a very generous donation of just opened bottles that didn't please to the person. So he said to himself, well, I'm gonna be in Paris soon. It's not a French guy, but he lives in France, so I'd like to donate to you my Springbank and Longrow and even a Kilcran bottles for you, because I don't enjoy them and I think you will enjoy it more. So again, very big thank you to Neil. This is a very generous donation. I hope the samples I offered you in exchange will please you, including a very rare one. So for instance, previously I had Longrow 18, one of the very first batches, 2008, one of the very first batches. And now I have something that's from 2019. So as you can see, labels are different. and I've just gave it a very quick try, and it's very nice, but it's different. So I think this will be interesting to see, to hear. Also, I was obliged to open, and I didn't want to, because I mean, I hope to live a few years more. This, which was a friendly donation, 16 years old local barley. So I will review it. Also, one of the rare wood expressions there was in half matured, 12 years old, half matured in Calvados casks. So interesting. Cask strength as well. So yeah, the 13, which is full bourbon, but I also have a 12 years old cask strength sherry. I know. And last but not least, it's only half of the bottle. So Hazelburn, the 10, but also the Rundlets and Kilderkins, which is two different sizes of small casks, in which they did a long row, which I didn't bought. I didn't like it at first try. This one, which I liked, and also the Springbank, which is the best of the three, in my opinion, and not only for me. So there you have it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna group the poll in 5 categories to try to ask you, what do you want me to review first? Let's say the 2 Hazelburns, 2 Hazelburn and 1 Springbank, which fit in the same thing, cask types. Long row, the 218, but also the CV, which is the precursor to the peated knowledge statement. So yeah, there will be Springbank 13 green, Springbank 15 core range, local barley 16. In 4th category there will be 12 and 13 years old cask strength. And in the last one, Calvados wood, sherry wood 17 years old, forgot to mention. Et voilà, so you see, this time I'm gonna do a poll only on YouTube. I will put link on LinkedIn and I will put link on Instagram, but in order not to confuse things between percentages of voters, etc., the poll and the details will be only on YouTube community page. And then I will review very quickly after the poll the first of the series of the 5 videos I have to do. Considering I have to take into account the weather here, we're entering in full summer, and it's still a bit fresh, so that's why I'm doing reviews. If it's getting too hot, I will have to stop reviews and wait for maybe September, late August, we see. So I will keep you posted. That is why you have please to click on the notification bell if not done yet, so you will know about that. So I've been too long, maybe because I know I don't have to do the presentation of the GLEN SCOTIA distillery, because founded in 1832, because I already did in some videos about GLEN SCOTIA or in a live show. I spoke also about one of the expressions of the table. I will put links in the description below to for those who want to hear more from me about GLEN SCOTIA, including first video about the Double Cask, and in a live show with Toby in which I spoke, we tasted together this Campbeltown 1832, which for a long time I thought it was only called 1832. Go figure. Anyway, so I have old and more recent rebranding, as you can see. I will give you all the details about those bottles. I poured them already a few minutes ago, and as you might not be able to see, the color is almost identical. Are they all caramel colored? Most certainly, I will say. I cannot assume it 100%. The Campbeltown Harbour doesn't say here, but I know it is. I've read it somewhere, and I assume it is probable for the two others. The specs, the only difference between, I mean, the visible and information we have wise between the Campbeltown Harbour and the Double Cask and the Campbeltown 1832 is that in the first one there is only first fill bourbon barrels involved, and that's it. But for the GLEN SCOTIA and Campbeltown Harbour, the casks are first fill American barrels, American oak ex-bourbon barrels to be more precise, so starting like the first one, and then there's a finish in Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. So we don't know how much for the Campbeltown 1832. I was told between 6 and 12 months for the Double Cask. Now, all our knowledge statements, I talked to him a long time ago, so I'm not sure all the infos are updated now, but about the 1832 with Michael Hendry, the master blender, GLEN SCOTIA, and I think I will tell you that when I'll get to the each one, but I think it's around 7 years old average of ages. So I assume all these are, the majority of casks are under 10 years old, but there might be a few casks of 10. I don't know. I know 6 to 8 for the 1832, majority of 7 years old, probably 5 to 6 for the GLEN SCOTIA. They are quite alike, you will see just a few differences, and this one probably 5 to 7 as well. Prices, I will give them to you. Also, some have nicknames. I think we'll see that along the way, and maybe it's better like that. So with which one I'm gonna yeah, there's also some changes of packagings. What am I doing? Usually it works. I don't know why it doesn't work this time. Maybe I had to move the camera a bit, and also this might be better like that. I don't know. Usually, Greg, you feel unprepared there. Yeah, maybe. Or things have been changed. I might have moved a bit this setup. Okay. So here's the packaging. Again, this lovely, even if a bit blurred, there's an effect there on the landscape of Campbeltown. The difference, for instance, with a Double Cask, you will see it quick. It's the font of the, seems to be the same, but the font of the GLEN SCOTIA name is way bigger. It seems to be a big trend now in whiskey brands, big brands, and even smaller, to put the font bigger, to be make it stand out in the shelves from far. So the name, yeah, also you cannot miss it. Well, this is a core range. The Double Cask also is core range. You can see the difference here at the font. This has disappeared. There's the big GS initials instead of the silk screen, which was kind of nice, but a bit old-fashioned maybe. The 1832 has also the silk screen thing. It's a 1 liter bottle, travel retail, but the packaging, as we're gonna see, is bloody awesome. For me, it's one of the most beautiful, yet still economical, because it's just nuances of blue and black on white. That's it. But I love the perspective on the harbor there. Lots of infos also. Yeah. Right. And also I will show you a new from 2022, but we'll see that I have a double of the 1832 because I consider it as a little masterpiece. So how about this one? First fill bourbon, finest, yeah, okay, mandatorily. Is it peated? They're all peated. This one says sea spray and gentle smoke as a kind of subtitle and nickname. We'll see if it fits the bill, if I may say. What else can I say about this? Prices. This one was, I will skip a story of how I did come across this 7 years ago and then couldn't find it in shops here, while I was invited to his presentation of it, and among other whiskies for supermarket. Let's skip this. 31 euros 90. I had it earlier on this year, and in a big supermarket that has a lot of whiskies. There was a launch campaign promotional with 3 euros less, so something like 28 euros. Honestly, it's a bargain considering the quality I found in this, and I bought a backup reserve bottle of this. Double Cask is almost a double with a 56.90. I paid it a few years ago. I see it anywhere from 55 to 65 euros here. Sometimes there's an offer online only, and you can have it for 45 or 50, something like that. The GLEN SCOTIA, a friend of mine brought it to me from London Heathrow Airport. It was £52 back in 2017. I hear somewhere around £60 now for the liter. Bearing in mind it's a liter. So this Campbeltown Harbour was bottled 15th of January 2024. It is chill filtered. It is most probably colored. But now I didn't thought I were going to be so long. Here's what's going on there. So not very sticky legs, so it's not very fat. Obviously, it's toned down ABV and filtering wise, but still on the nose, quite fragrant on the nose, lovely, very balanced. What is good is I get caramel, toffee caramel like, so even if I know it's caramel colored, I don't get the usual dark caramel / burnt caramel that very often for me is a sign of E158, bit too loud drops in it, but I might be wrong. But and there's also some vanilla. Excuse me. I have some very gentle smoke and sea spray. The smoke is very toned down. Hints of maybe apricots and peach, those tinned canned fruits that you can have in Old Partlet 12, for instance. Oh, gotta take some water. First whiskey of the day, so maybe it disturbed my nosing. Yeah, so because of the low ABV, not much more there at first. Sorry. Well, sorry, I guess it's because I didn't put the fan on, so not to make too much noise, and then paying it right away. Yeah, so gentle caramel, then very, very subdued smoke. A bit of tea leaves, And I'm stupid, I have my notes, but yeah, that's it. Bit of honey as well. Yeah, baked apples and a bit of pears, but more apples, golden, even red than pears. Okay, on the palate now. Wow. I didn't remember that. I had it quite a while. I didn't remember that the smoke was wrapping gently and very sexily, if I may say, the whole thing at the mid palate right to the end. This is beautiful. The first is a fruity and a bit maritime, gentle sea spray, even very tiny microscopical amount of iodine and seaweed, and of course there's a bit of salted caramel, but yeah, I didn't remember that was so maybe because the smoke wasn't obvious at the first 3-4 pours, and now it starts to get more on the front, and also maybe it's hard to say. Yeah, it was a bit hidden at the 2 first pours, for instance. It was way gentle than now. Now it starts to be integrated and to look like more the 2 others expressions. We'll see. What is interesting also is the level of this GLEN SCOTIA is almost the same of the Double Cask, and comparatively almost the same of the 1832. So even if this I opened it obviously later on than the others, and I did pump the air out of the 2 others, so it's quite of similar in a way experience. Sanjava. Yeah, this is lovely. I mean, the finish is more balanced now. The finish with all this honey, these baked apples, and a bit of pears, maybe a tiny pineapple note as well, and this beautiful oak and gentle smoke, peat smoke, also this fresh, if I may say, caramel. There's not fresh caramel, but I mean natural caramel, bit salted. It's really lovely. I mean, for something about 30 euros, the value of this, despite all the reservations about sanitized whiskey, is really beautiful in my opinion. I will just open it up symbolically with a few drops, but to give a chance of comparisons to the 2 others, I will also give a bit more drops to the others. Sorry, otherwise it's not fair. And even with a few drops I gave more to the others, it's not, I'm sure it's not 46 down to 43. It's probably just a tad less. It's so with a few drops, the Campbeltown Harbour. There's an herbal side, very subdued, herbal tea-ish side, but honestly it's not dominating. That's really lovely, the way the smoke, the peat smoke, is marrying the American oak typical. Didn't talk about the spices. That's very sweet combo of sweet spices, épices douces, like I said in French. So even if there's some cinnamon and ginger, clove or nutmeg, this is very subtle and very balanced. There's no note going over another spice wise as well. So it is really lovely, very easy sipper. If I had, I don't consider you have to drink every day, but if I have to name a daily sipper, this is pretty much on the top 3. I will say. I don't know about others. Could qualify like that. Heidelberg 12 maybe. Well, okay. Well, let's not go too much in this. Score-wise, considering how I score, again, so higher than many others. Will I change my score? No. Or even more? Hear some noises, I hope. Okay, 7.5. I think it deserves that. Really. It's a beautiful whiskey. So you see this is fantastic value, in my opinion. Right, let's go now and see how it can be compared to this. So this one is a bottle from 5th of April 2018. Had a chance to try a more recent one just once, and it was nice too. I'm not sure how far it was different, to be honest. So this one is first fill American bourbon, ex-bourbon American oak, barrels, and then finished for 6 to 12 months in PX Pedro Jimenez sherry finish cask, and this is subtitled Rich and Spicy. Already reviewed it, but now I have diluted, I know, but it's 46%. Already there's a difference, and also it's I think did I say it's non-chill filtered? I don't know whether I saw that. I think I have a doubt. Yeah, non-chill filtered. See. So obviously will make a difference, I think. And we can see it because I'm not sure you're seeing it, but the legs are sticking way more. I mean, it's fat. It's fatter. I don't know where to put the glass, but maybe there you can see it. On the nose, it's richer. Also, immediately you have a burst, even if it's still super balanced, moderated, of red fruits. Strawberries, raspberries, fruits des bois mûrs, other tiny black and red fruits. Wow, this is lovely. There's rich from the peaks, raisiny, chocolatey. Oh, this is a dessert whiskey. Wow. That's one of my favorite no-age statements. Yeah, there's also this maraschino cherries soaked in I wouldn't say Armagnac, but in alcohol. Yeah, but there's almost something cognac-y, Armagnac-y in the aged cherries in alcohol, in their feeling I have. There's a sweet and sour thing on the nose as well. Oh man, this is beautiful sherry. Even if it's seasoning, it's very well made. Okay, to die for nose, let's go for the palate, my friends. Even with a few drops, it's richer, of course, than the Campbeltown Harbour, but it's different. I mean, I see the GLEN SCOTIA 10 years old core range appear on shelves here, but I haven't bought it yet. Would have been the most obvious comparison to do with the Campbeltown Harbour, but I heard so mixed reviews some very positive, some absolutely negative about the 10 years old, the new 10 years old, that I didn't dare to go and buy it. If you have an opinion about it, please let me know what you think of all those three I'm going to speak about, but also tell me please your thoughts about the 10 years old. Do you think it's worth, etc.? Thank you. Yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. I will add a few more drops, and also the mouth feel is a bit silky. Rich, I agree. Spicy, not so much. I would say not so much. There's a kick because of the ABV, but I don't see the profile so much. Amped up because of the spices. I don't agree. Oh, that maraschino sherry and even a bit of dark sherry feel, dark fruits, red fruits, overripe red fruits, and that bit of milk chocolate, bit of dark chocolate. It marries the exposing the palate, if I may say, and it's a very nice mouthfeel texture, and it's quite lingering. It lasts quite some time. This is absolutely gorgeous. I wonder if it's not even better than last time. Yeah. 89.5 out of 100. But we're not finished. We have now the very pleasant video to do, because it's been a while I haven't tried both the Double Cask and this absolutely gorgeous 1832 non-chill filtered, rich and gently smoky 1 liter treat. And I'm so glad another friend of mine brought this to me, which is nowadays 2022 look it has. It's less sexy, it has less charm packaging wise in my opinion, but I think I hope it is as good. Tube wise, the old one, which I already showed you, is like this. The new one is way more sober and kind of mimics the Double Cask with another color, and I think something is lost there, but just my opinion as always. And this video is also winked to a famous and quite funny and cool, very cool young YouTuber called Jeff. So check out Jeff Whisky's channel, especially for design. Is a great editor, but for design talk, I think he has some interesting things to say also about that. There you have it. Again, with the La Maison du Whisky magazine, Whisky Life Paris. Looking forward to that. Maybe meet some of you there in September, I don't know. Luna most probably before that. Sticky Legs 46%, exact same recipe on the paper than the Double Cask, but it is a bit different. What I know is, I don't have an idea of the age of the Double Cask, but something between 5 and 7. I was told this one is rather between 6 and 8 years old, with an average of 7 years old, but in my perception of it, it's something that really sounds like a multi-vintage, comes across like something that could have teenage casks, 12 to 15 in there. I don't know, a few ones. It's the feeling I have as a blender. Wow, there's something really sexy and classy about this nose. Comes across as older with tiny tannic or a bit more oaky things, but noble oak. I mean, something, it's not, I don't get wood smoke or charred oak or very raw oak. It's very subtle. Well, the peaks is less obvious, maybe I should say that. On the nose, there's still same elements of tea leaves, of a bit herbal, but lots of caramel, apples, pears. The tea element is more prominent than in Double Cask, and of course than the Campbeltown Harbour. There's this sweet and sour cherries thing that's still there, but less exuberant. Yeah, it could be mistaken with some Old Pulteney's. It has something a bit of the 21. Okay, Slanjava. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a bit darker now. It has evolved. It's almost a half of the bottle. Yeah. Beginning it was way richer and more dense. Now it's a bit less vibrant, as I could say. But don't want to change too much the rate now, because I know it has lost something with the air. Yeah, in the beginning I had some verbena in there, some complex green elements. On the palette I have more floral. I forgot to speak about floral in the two others. More discreet in the Harbour and more some heady flowers in the Double Cask. Yeah, I get some citrus fruit there and some prunes and dates that I didn't have in the previous one, maybe. Yeah, more spicy. Definitely. Oh, beautiful smoke in the back end, in the finish. The finish is beautiful. The three have beautiful finish. Of course, longer Double Cask than this, because 46, but this one also wraps your palate with sweet spices, ginger, black, grey maybe, pepper, white pepper, something very nuanced pepper-wise. But yeah, this is beautiful. Very, very classy. I will still, mind you, add a few drops just to make it move a bit. Again, a long video. I wanted it 20 minutes. You see, I'm not able to do it. Okay, we'll do something I don't do usually. Finish the glass and pour me other, but not diluted. Bear with me. This is very, very pleasant to do, to taste. I mean, the three. So again, kind of conclusion, the must buy obviously is the Double Cask. But if you can't find it and you have less money, even if it's a bit different, I'm telling you that the Campbeltown Harbour is worth getting. Oh my God. Fresh poured. Yeah. You won't believe it, and of course there's a pleasure factor in the criteria that others maybe don't have. That's a criteria out of 20 inside a 100 scale, so it changes a bit things. The 8 other criteria are out of 10. Nose, palate, palate attack, palate middle, palate finish, balance, complexity and finesse, generosity and intensity, behavior with air or water, to be short, and subjective pleasure factor note. So all these combined make a note out of 100. Considering I'm starting at 75 as something well made, so for instance Scottish, I already explained that, but everything has to be over 75 if there's not big flows. So that's why it's high as 92 out of 100. So 2, that's it. Maybe I will do off cam. I want to do that off cam, or okay, we'll do that. And the hell with time. You know what I'm gonna do, just for fun. A bit of everyone. Less of the double cask. 1 cl, less than 1 cl for each. And more of the Campbeltown Harbour. Just to see. Maybe I will finish it later on. Have other things to do today, but it's relaxed. I'm entering in a holiday week, so I will be able to do 2 other videos, but I will not publish them in a row. We'll wait maybe every week, every 2 weeks. I don't know if other things happen. Well, it is just a few drops. Before I stop, sorry to bother you again, but if you want to support the channel in another way than liking, comment, subscribe, etc. If you want to do an occasional donation or a regular one, there's a link below to buy me a coffee platform. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm very grateful for you to watch until the end. There's not many people who do that, I know, looking at the stats. And for those staying up to the end, I have 2 other Glen Scotias to review, especially, maybe more. I have a beautiful sample of the 25, which I don't know where to put, maybe with other 25 years olds. This is beautiful, the Glen Scotia 25 for a few years ago. I had the sample, I was given a sample. And I have a bottle of something very collector now, even if it's not very highly praised, even by me, but it's a lovely, completely different Glen Scotia 14 years old from yesteryear, from decades ago. That's still in my cabinet. And it was bottled in the same green glass as the Little Mill 8 years old. Official bottling as well. Crazy things. And Tobermory, but I don't have the Tobermory 10, the old one. Right, beautiful nose. Very rich, because of the caramel from the first one on the table. Mes amis, my friends, santé, à votre bonne santé, to your good health. Ah, very rich, but I'm afraid the 46%ers dominate the other one. Yeah, that's fun. The raisins are coming across strong in this one. Yeah, so the force is with Glen Scotia in this video. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.